You replay it at 2 a.m., a sentence someone said in passing, a look someone gave you without thinking twice. To them, it vanished the second it left their mouth. To you, it's still sitting in your chest hours later, refusing to leave. You cry at things other people barely notice. You carry conversations from years ago like they happened yesterday. And somewhere along the way, someone told you you were too sensitive. They were wrong. What's happening inside you has a name, a mechanism, and a reason. And by the end of this video, you'll finally understand it. Roughly 1 in 5 people are walking around with a nervous system tuned differently than everyone else's. Researchers call it sensory processing sensitivity. You might just call it exhausting. It's not a mood, it's not a phase you'll grow out of. It's a trait built into the architecture of your brain that decides how loudly the world speaks to you. Deep inside your skull sits a small almond-shaped cluster of cells called the amygdala. Think of it as your internal alarm system, the part that decides in a fraction of a second whether something matters. In a highly sensitive brain, that alarm doesn't just ring. It rings louder, faster, and for longer than it does in most people. A raised eyebrow isn't just a raised eyebrow. It's data your brain refuses to ignore. Here's where it gets interesting. Brain scans show that people who feel deeply also process information more thoroughly. Their brains don't just react, they analyze, compare, and search for meaning long after the moment has passed. That's why an offhand comment from a stranger can loop in your head for a week. Your brain isn't malfunctioning, it's doing exactly what it was built to do: extract every possible lesson from every possible signal. There's another piece to this puzzle: mirror neurons. These are brain cells that fire not only when you feel something, but when you watch someone else feel it too. In deeply feeling people, this mirroring system runs on overdrive. Someone else's grief becomes your grief for a moment. A stranger's joy on a train platform can genuinely lift your mood. You're not imagining the connection. Your brain is quite literally rehearsing other people's emotions inside your own body. Some of this wiring is inherited. Some of it was shaped early in childhood by how safe or unpredictable your environment felt. A child raised around tension learns to read a room before they can read a book. They learn to notice the shift in a parent's voice before a single word is spoken. That skill doesn't switch off once you become an adult. It just changes address, from the living room of your childhood to every relationship you have now. Yes, this wiring comes with a cost. Burnout arrives faster. Criticism cuts deeper. A single bad interaction can shadow an entire day. But researchers keep finding the same overlooked truth. This same sensitivity is linked to sharper intuition, deeper empathy, and richer creative thinking. The people who feel the most are often the same people who notice what everyone else misses. The friend who senses you're upset before you say a word. The artist who turns pain into something the rest of us recognize instantly. So no, you are not too much. Your nervous system simply runs at a higher resolution. Where other people see a blurry photograph, you see every pixel. That is not a flaw to fix. It's a frequency most people can't even tune into. If this explained something about yourself you never had words for, you're exactly who this channel was built for. Subscribe, because next week we're going deeper into why the people who feel the most are often the ones who heal others first.